Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Sunday, January 24th, 2021. We are starting our 44th week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu. Stay at home, avoid family and friends, stock up on food, don't make money, crazy demicness. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it's actually kind of late in the afternoon, about 3:30 ish. It is 67 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 80 degrees here in the house. That would be 20 degrees Celsius. So, decaf coffee. This is my third cup today. Oh man. So, I went out last night to DoorDash. What a waste of time. Uh, I went out. I filled up the gas tank. I got something to eat. Made sure everything was charged up, and sat down at the beach and signed into DoorDash. Less than 5 minutes, I had a run. Not a very lucrative run. It was like $4.68 or something like that, and it took me all the way down to Mayport, which doesn't mean a whole lot to y'all, but it's a good long ride. I don't know, 7 miles, something like that, 5 miles. Longer than I would have liked to go for that little bit of money. I finished that up, and there were no hot spots in that area. No place that normally gets a lot of hits. So I worked my way back up to the place where I started at, and I sat there for 15 minutes or so, and then I checked the hot spots and moved to another one that wasn't that far away, um, but it was maybe a little bit more centrally located to the restaurant area down there. And I sat there for another 15 minutes and nothing. So I moved a little further down to another hot spot. Again, 15 minutes or so, nothing. Moved back up to the spot I'd been in previously, which is right there at where two major roads come together, and there's a lot of restaurants and bars and stuff like that, and nothing. So I had been thinking on a Saturday evening, between like 9 and midnight, the place would be hopping. It wasn't. So basically, I sat down there for about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, and I finally called it in. I said, that's it. I'm just sitting here wasting my time. I mean, I didn't have the vehicle running. I turned it off. I was sitting there playing with my phone or whatever, and keeping an eye on the app. But yeah, definitely not worth going out there. At least at that time of night in the area I was in. So I'm not, you know, saying that I'm not going to keep doing the door dashing. I'm thinking that I'm going to try it again, like where I was the first night, right here. Even though my grandson said that that's a bad location, I made halfway decent money at it for that night that I was out there. So I'll try it again. I'm just going to try varying my hours. Maybe go out more around the time people are getting home and having dinner. So I'll go out and try like around between 6 and 7 o'clock. Uh, Sign in and sit around, see what happens then. Or maybe hit up the later night crowd and do the like nine to midnight thing again. Uh, just trying it out. I mean, you know, I can't just write it off. It seems like there's a lot of potential. Just depends on how I go ahead and do it. So, uh, now the big elephant in the room, and I brought this as a reminder. Not that I really need the reminder. I've got this sitting right here still. Um, Man, that was that was intense. It really was. I mean, the heat eating it, I would have. I think I would have been able to manage it. I mean, it did get my stomach boiling. It really did. But I think when I must have touched the towel that I had been using, and then used it to wipe my face, and that's how I got the pepper stuff in my face. That was the stupidest thing I have ever done. Seriously, I mean, really, I know better. I work with chili peppers all the time. I love hot peppers. I work with fresh hot peppers, and I know not to touch my face, you know, and I know not to touch stuff that I have touched and touch my face. But uh, yeah, so uh, that those things got my stomach rolling. They really did. They are no joke. No joke. The only decent thing about it was, and this is going to be probably a little gross, so you might want to not listen, but uh, I can feel it rumbling down in and through my body, saying, "We got to get rid of this stuff." You know, like literally tracking it through my intestines, and it wasn't but 90 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and yeah, it was ready to be expelled, and expel it did, and uh, people always ask how I can eat hot peppers and why it doesn't affect me the next day or blah 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 blah. And I haven't had that difficulty in as long as I can remember. I mean, I've been eating hot peppers since I was 9 or 10 years old, maybe even a little younger. So I don't really have the after effects that many people consider, think that they're going to have when they visit the facilities. That wasn't true the other night. Man, these things are intense. To take it to the next level, I came out here the next day. I was sitting here having my coffee, and I went to wipe my mouth, not thinking, and then, oh my God, it lit me up all over again. Just whatever I had touched on the rag, my lips were burning, my eyes were all puffed up and running and burning. And at first I was like, "What in the?" And then I realized. So, all right. I gently picked them up, took them and threw them in the washer, threw in a whole load of other stuff, and I went and washed my hands, washed my face, and got to thinking about it. And it's like, I threw those things in the wash. Now everything in there is going to be contaminated. So I ran the washer a second time, and I put in a cup of isopropyl alcohol. I was going to say ibuprofen. Um, and let it run through, and then I ran them a third time. and I put them in the dryer. So, uh, yeah, those things are no joke. They really are no joke. That's some intense stuff. I seriously think they use some sort of pure capsaicin derivative, because that's the only thing I've ever tasted that is that intense. So, I mean, I've gotten a couple of things from Miss Gray and Miss Sue that use that are like that. They are so intense. They don't have they don't have a hot pepper flavor as much as just the heat, and they are hot, hot, hot. It will light you up. So yeah, um, and people keep going back and doing them every year. I think if I were to do the next one, I'm only going to do one. I think I could have handled the one as long again like as long as I'm smart about it and don't touch my face, um, or at least don't touch my eyes. One would have been okay. I could have handled the heat that way. The second one, that was getting tough. That really was. That was getting to be a really intense burn. And yeah, like I said, and then with touching my eyes or whatever. Ah. So that's what killed it for me was actually my eyes. Anyway, I still have white lightning. Ah. This sounds really good. This is a white chocolate with a whole bunch of the uh, hot peppers, the hot peppers, the reapers, the chocolate reapers, the scorpion, chocolate scorpion. I mean, they just mixed all the very top level peppers together, and it looks intense. I really love the skull on there, though. It's reflecting the flames of my candles. So I may have to do an adaptation of that. Uh, so yeah, got that taken care of. Got that covered. Don't do this, people, unless you. I don't know what to say. Don't do it. I mean, even if you think you're used to hot peppers, oh man. And I've got young friends. I know, like Anthony, and I'll post his video once or share his video if he ever posts it. He's a young man, 20, 21, something like that. His dad used to work in the haunted house with us, and he apparently did one a week ago or something like that. So, and he doesn't do hot sauce at all. So, people like that. It's funny to watch, and I don't blame people that watched me and laughed, because it is funny to watch. I do it myself, but you also have to realize the pain. But they do it to themselves. I did it to myself. There's nobody to blame but me, and I almost look forward to doing the 2021 chip. Almost. So, now talking about adapting something like this skull, I just like that. Kind of like the sketch. It needs a little something something for me, but different eyes or whatever. Anyway, um, a friend on Facebook, and I'm not sure if she's a friend on Facebook through YouTube or Instagram, or I think she's from one of the van pages. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but I know she's been a friend on Facebook for several years. And I posted the video on the little short on my candles. I posted that on Instagram, and then she commented on that on Facebook. Excuse me. That she uses homemade oil lamps. Yeah, excuse me. I don't know why I got hiccups. Um, But yeah, so she uses homemade oil lamps, just little jelly jars with a ceramic tube and a wick. And she says, she has a couple of those around her house to help take the chill off. And she just uses an odorless, smokeless lamp oil. I've made something similar, uh, some little ones, because I was trying to imitate something else, like a candle, a three candle lantern from Ukiyo, or whatever it's called. So, but her talking about it the other day gave me an idea. So that's something that's kind of like fomenting up in here, and I have all this wick material. Some of y'all may remember I picked this mop handle, or this mop up, on the curb, and I've used some of it to make lighters and whatever, and it's just it's halfway decent cordage. You can buy this whole thing, like this part, at the Dollar Tree. It says it's cotton, at least the one I was looking at. Make sure that it's cotton if you do go to buy one. If that's not the one you get, then look in Walmart or something like that for a mop replacement head, and just make sure it's actually cotton cord, and it will work fantastic as a wick. So it's a very thick wick, which will work nice on a small oil lantern or even a small alcohol lamp. So I have that in mind. And then there's another project, cast iron project I want to do. It's not a cooking cast iron, a cleaning cast iron. And I think I hit upon a solution for my problem. Earlier today, it's been in the back of my head, tossing and turning, and I think I hit upon a solution. So I'm going to chase that down a little bit. So look for that maybe later in the week. And yeah, I think I've got that. I think I've got that pretty much dialed up in my head at any rate, and we'll see how it works. So yeah, other than that, it's the same old going on. It's kind of a not really nice Sunday. I do have a load of wash in, sheets and blankets and pillowcases and miscellaneous, but it's not the nicest of days outside. It's not really nasty out. It's just not the nicest of days. It's kind of overcast. But kind of just puttering around here, doing a little of this, doing a little of that, kind of my same old routine, where it seems like I'm not really getting anything done, but little things at a time get accomplished. So sometimes things are try to think of I know what I want to say, but sometimes it gets lost in your head. So in order to get ready to go out last night door dashing, I was looking for my different flashlights. I got a nice one that I carry in my bag. It throws a really nice beam. There's another one that I had that I actually took out and put in as a backup that plugs into it recharges off of a USB. So that one's rather nice and bright, but the beam doesn't reduce down. So it really doesn't help if you're trying to find house numbers. But then I had my nice one. I have I can't think of the name of it. A really nice one that my son gave me, and It's, I don't know, the battery in it's like that long. And the battery was dead. It would just flash the light. I can't figure out what I did with the charger and the extra battery. I looked all over this place the other night, last night. Every place I thought I might have plugged it in and left it sitting. So I put it someplace for safekeeping, and it's so safe that I can't find it. So I don't know. It's aggravating. It really is. Um, and I can't think of. It's also aggravating that I can't think of the name of what I was of the flashlight. It's a very high dollar. No, they're not that way. There it is. I think I looked on Amazon for it. Let's see if it pops up. Did I put it in my? No. Let's see. How do I find my recent searches? Try recently viewed. Well, that doesn't help because I know it's not on there. I know it's on. Streamlight maybe. Streamlight XTL. I don't know. It's a high dollar flashlight. What I don't carry it because it is so high dollar. I mean, my son carries his all over the place. It's $150 flashlight, or at least it was when he bought it. And when including the charger and the extra battery and everything else, it was closer to $200. So I think when I was looking at it last night, I could get the charger and an extra battery for around $60. But like I said, that's why I don't carry it because I tend to misplace things like that, and or just forget where it is. And along those lines, that knife Jay sent me, and I put in the car the other day, I realized it was a really nice knife, and I've been looking for another, but I couldn't figure out exactly what it was. And then I came across it the other day in another video, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! That's the knife that Jay sent me. That's the knife that XDM sent to him. Let's go see what I can find along those lines." And holy smoke, it's a $70 knife. ah, ah. Jay, I love the knife. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'd like to have another one, but that's the same thing as like the really nice little Kershaw that my brother gave me. I don't want to carry it because I'm afraid I will lose it or abuse it. That's one thing I am really bad at with everything. Flashlights, knives. I have no compunction of if I need a small hammer, turn that flashlight over and beat on the battery post to make sure I've got a good connection, or you know cut through a piece of wire with a knife, or and it will ruin a blade. Um, I, like I said, I know that I've done it. That's why I don't buy expensive items like that for stuff that I'm going to carry all the time. So for now, that knife is riding in the brat buggy. It may get retired for dress use. It's one that'll fit into a pocket. So man, And I don't usually go looking for the prices of things. Sometimes you either just know, or like I said, I wasn't looking for the price on that other than to maybe get a companion for it or a similar type knife. And apparently there aren't any in that anywhere near that class. At least on when you look at Amazon, usually they give you a choice of other knives that are similar but less expensive or more expensive. And they didn't really have anything in that class. I mean, they had larger knives or whatever, but yeah. So anyway, looks like we're running on a half hour, coming up now, 26 minutes, and yeah, I got a few things I got to go get done. I got to run to the store. Get things rolling here. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll try to remember to get some links in the description box wherever that is your device of choice. I'll also try to get links to uh, Facebook and Instagram. I'll get my email and PayPal down there in case you want to buy me a cup of coffee or a slice of pizza. Um, Amazon wish list, snail mail, regular mail, postage mail, whatever, in case you want to light me up again. Like my eyeballs sweat. Oh, man, that made my eyeballs sweat. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all. Bye-bye.